Wow.
Towers, LeBlanc.
What a power trio. Yeah, there hasn't been a power trio like that since Cream. Wow.
And you're talking about the band, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I could have said Rush, but none of these kids know who either one are.
The 40,
ZZ Top.
44 machine getting the early lead out here in this 250B limited. Another 10-lap race coming at you. That is Noah Smurden, took second in the qualifying races, so he starts out strong and puts himself in a good position. The riders to be watching out for include Smurden and Dominic Busher, both finishing second place positions. We saw Gage Linville, the 402, taking a division race win, as well as Derek Leatherman. But hey, when it comes down to this, we never know for sure who it is in the main events. It could be anybody. And that looks like Gage Linville moving his way to the front of the pack now, I believe, aboard that 402. So Cream to the top.
Absolutely rising right now. As you said, Gage Linville, the number 402. And look at this. Hot on his tail. Bryce Shelley, Noah Stevens, Noah Smearden, as you said. Lee O. Tucker, Ryder Beth, and Grayson Fair. Derek Leatherman, I saw him there, the 441. He sits in at 8th. Cole Jones, followed by Lewis Callow for your top 10. And there we go, the number 402 right in front of us, Gage Linville. And look at this. Here's the battle we're looking at. Bryce Shelley has it. Noah Stevens trying to make his way in there right now, trying to put himself in that number 2 position. Into the equalizer we go. Back out the other side, Rodney. Still in our same running order.
All right, sticking it out. Noah Stevens, Noah Smurden, Bryce Shelley. All going for second right now. That battle between Smurden and Stevens, pretty intense right now as we head out of the back section now into the home stretch. The heart of it all, the hard right-hand turn for Gage Linville. There is still Bryce Shelley. And that 44 machine, Noah Smurden, taking over the number 3 spot as he gets around Noah Stevens now. Stevens dropping to the 4th place position. Leo Tucker, Ryder Beth. I think Ryder might be one we want to keep an eye on. And great, and look back there in 8th. Derek Leatherman. Leatherman up to a 6th place position. Grayson Fair also up to 5th now. So here's what we're going to be watching for is the 441 to make some moves up through this pack to make a bid for a top position, either a bronze, a silver, or a gold. And the 441, I think, is actually the 44 Yamaha we're looking at out there. We can't see the one, but we know it's there.
And let me tell you something. You and I know strangers to Leatherman. We've watched the youngster races since a kid. And exactly what you mentioned, on the first lap, made a couple positions. On the second lap, picked up 2 more. So as we move into lap 3, keep your eye again, like you said, on the 441, that Yamaha, Derek Leatherman. Back in and through one more time. Take a look at 1 minute lap time for Linville. 102, 103, 104. Linville continually just adding to that lead right there, Rodney. Very steady, very consistent. Maybe half a second per lap, though. Just really starting to build on it right now. Noah Smearden in that 3rd position wants to get up there and challenge Bryce Shelley, but Shelley rock solid, not making any mistakes at this moment.
Well, Leatherman's got his work cut out for him. Grayson Fair also moving up through the pack right now. They're kind of stuck in that 102 mark, you know, as they battle for each other, and it's allowing Linville and Shelley to really stretch things out. Actually, Noah Smurden starting to see things stretch out. He's not been real far behind Bryce Shelley for the 2nd place position these last couple of laps, and as we look again, he's still not far back.
No, right there in the middle of your track, you see these guys going into the slingshot right now. That's where the battle is, 2nd, 3rd, 4th position. And within striking distance, Noah Smearden, he's right there, and he knows what he needs to do, knows how much time he has left. This one, of course, one of our longer ones. This one's going to go, I believe, 10 laps.
Well, we approached the halfway point. We're working on lap 5 right now. I have to think, watch that 3rd place ride. Noah Smurden now. Smurden starting to put the pressure on for 2nd place on Bryce Shelley. It was a 4/10 of a second. Last time around, it said 5/10 of a second. So it has been right there in that shadow, basically, since, well, about 2 laps ago. Since lap 2, they've been riding like this.
Exactly. Right now, you see it.
All right, Wes Kane is down with our 250 Pro Sport overall top 3.
Matt LeBlanc, come on up here. We got a Yamaha sweep. Very impressive. Great ride out there. I know it's not what you wanted. You were fighting in the battle. Who do you want to thank, Matt?
Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. My mom, my dad, the whole Star Racing Yamaha team, Monster Energy, Thor, Alpine Stars, Bell, 100%, Garrett Swanepoel, and just everyone that's helped me. Thank you.
Congratulations, Matt LeBlanc, back for some injuries. He set his pace for the year. It's going to be a good one. Congratulations. Gavin Towers, come on over here, bud. I know that's not what you wanted. You drove 2 races out there almost. Who do you want to thank?
Well, it was a crazy race. I got off to a really good start. Just kind of made a little mistake in the first turn. I was just leaning far forward and I almost slid out. So kept it up. Then was just trying to pace myself with Nick and kind of be there till the end. But went into the turn before the finish and my back end was nowhere near the rut. Just slid out. And then honestly, it was just a crazy race from there. I was just making passes. Then the last lap, 2 kids after the finish line just completely wrecked pretty good. So hopefully they're all right. And yeah, so it was a great moto. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, Sydney, the whole NSA Rock River Yamaha team. It's our first big race, so I'm pretty happy for our first big race to be with a podium. But coming out swinging for the next one, Moose, Alpine Star, 100% goggles, Monster Mike, everybody over there, Wes Kane, Bradley Taft. We've been putting in a lot of work. Just everybody else who I forgot, thank you so much for coming out swinging for 250A and 450 Pro Sport.
All right, give it up, guys. Gavin Towers, good job. Nick Romano, take this right here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Mike Burkeen. Mike Burkeen, your champion, guys. Give it up for Nick Romano. Nick, if that A-class is going to be like that the rest of the year, we are in for some great racing. Great job out there. Who would you like to thank?
The whole Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha team, my mom and dad, my 2 little sisters, my trainer Garrett Swanepoel, my mechanic Morgan, Drew, Trevor, Georgie, all the guys in the team. We put in some good work. And yeah, Bell helmets, 100% goggles, Thor, Alpine Star, Pro Taper, FMF, Dunlop tires, and everyone else forgot. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yamaha sweep, guys. Take it away up there to the skybox.
Yeah, the Yamaha power sweep, man. That right there, your 3 key Yamaha riders in that 250 Pro Sport. To make the statement that we saw them make, that's pretty loud, guys. I mean, that we hear you.
Let me tell you, it's funny. The main event played out in that one, much like all their qualifiers did. Romano was solid from the start. Towers battled into position, and LeBlanc come from back in the pack, so it played out much the same in this main event.
Yeah, and they also gained some Supercross Futures points as well in that, so congratulations to those guys on many different levels. Gage Linville continuing to lead after 8 in this 250B limited, 2 laps to go in this one. We've been keeping an eye back there, and things changing up a little, but not a lot. Noah Smurden in that number 2 spot. Bryce Shelley is 3rd. Noah Stevens in 4th. Grayson Fair, I believe, still back in that number 6 spot, as Derek Leatherman has just not been able to completely bridge that gap. Dominic Busher in the number 7 spot. Cole Jones is 8th. That's the guy I thought got the whole shot on the first lap, but it was the 194, I believe, that did. Anyway, Alex Ranson in 9th, and James Clough rounding out the top 10. I really was expecting to see Ryder Beth. I thought we were going to see him start to bridge some gaps up there, but he had an issue. It looks like 2 drops outside the top 10. White flag will be coming out next time around for Gage Linville, that 402 machine, as he motors his way through this race course, and it waves.
And I got to tell you, Rodney, over the last lap and a half, 2 laps, they've kind of sorted themselves out late into this one, and a little bit of adrenaline wearing off and that kind of thing. And if you look at the lap times, it kind of tells the story.
Yeah, it does. 5 seconds now separating 1st and 2nd. They've dropped down to 103s. Bryce Shelley, though. Bryce Shelley, well within a second of Noah Smurden. And, we might have a little bit of a push. There they go right now. So Smurden and Shelley literally nose to tail. I didn't see that they had tightened up that much more, but it's 3/4 of a second. And again, you know, it's weird whenever, you know, you think 3/4 of a second. At times you say, oh, that's tight. But for some reason, 3/4 of a second looks huge out there on the track right now.
It does. 3/4 of a second looks pretty big right now, definitely.
And I'm sure it feels monumental for Bryce Shelley as he tries to make that up on Noah Smurden now into that final turn. And Smurden will take the checkers for second. But Gage Linville takes the gold in the 250B Limited. Noah Smurden in second, and Bryce Shelley rounding out the top three. Two more Yamahas on the podium there with this 250B class. Those 250s seem to be running pretty strong, and Yamaha's got some major bragging rights going on there today, it looks like.
And you know, Rodney, there's a lot of communication amongst all the blue teams.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shared information and communication. And the bottom line is they want them all successful. They want them all dialed. And they share everything from setup to expectation.